Hey, what's up, everybody? We hope you're having a great day. We wanted to take a few minutes to get in the podcast studio and do a mid-year update for you guys. Like in January, we have our time where we teach through KDSC, and we have on Church Sunday, C, where we talk about the year, and we talk about how things have gone the previous year, and we give you guys some budgetary updates, and we talk about ministries. And so what we're going to do today is give you a kind of a mid-year update. Here's a crazy piece of information. We're almost to Christmas. June 25 is 6 months until Christmas, and it is absolutely insane. And so I want to cover three things with you. We're going to talk a little bit about giving and some of how that's going. We're going to talk about a ministry that we're going to be able to enact this year. And then we're going to talk about local engagements. We have a new ministry director and ministry leader. So giving at the 6 month halfway point, we want to let you know we're on point. Where we had projected ourselves to be, giving is where it needs to be, and that's a good thing. Now we're going to give you some updates on some things we've spent money on that's important that we're doing, but we also want to let you know that's not because we're on point doesn't mean we should stop giving. Yeah, we recognize inflation is a real deal. Even though some deny that it's happening, we all go to the grocery store and walk away with some ground beef and hamburger helper and spent $95. So we know that affects everybody's bottom line. And but I just want to encourage you guys, like in my household, and I know all of us who are striving, God says give to Him first, give Him the first fruits. And so giving is important. It's a piece of discipleship. It's obedience. And so we want to continue to give. We want to encourage you to continue to give because we know it's a challenge, but we also know the Lord makes up those differences. And so in order for us to meet our budget by the end of the year, we got to keep going the way we're going. So praise God, He's supplied, but there's some things we want to talk about to give you some updates on. So global engagement and how they've raised funds, sound system update that's happening, and the Discipleship Training Center. So John, why don't you talk a little bit about the global engagement and their fundraising?
Yeah, so this year we did a little bit different with the global engagement of the trips that they're taking to India and Turkey. Those teams have raised all of their money for their own support to go. So they had to do that before that they bought their plane tickets. So they were able to raise all that money plus some. Mm-hmm. So that's something that we've done a little bit different last year. We actually budgeted for that within the church budget, and this year we were like, we need to put a little skin in the game. Mm-hmm. And so we decided to have our teams do that, and they've done a fantastic job. Like they've really raised a ton of money in a short period of time. So. Yeah,
it's a huge help. In the past, we've always budgeted money to send everybody who goes to pay it in full, and we think it's an important thing for them to participate because it's raising money, but it's also inviting prayer. It's outside participation. We want to invite others to participate with us. And so they've done a fantastic job. Tim Wood, Beth Wood have done a fantastic job as ministry director leading that, and the teams. Tim's ministry leaders have participated, and the teams have done a fantastic job. So they have raised a lot of money to help offset that cost. Yeah,
absolutely. It's another opportunity, too, for them to come back from those trips and have to tell the stories to the people that gave them money.
That's huge.
And I think that's massive, and that's going to be something that's going to bring more people into partnership with what Three Rivers is doing around the world, and I think that's huge.
Absolutely. Now, talk about the sound system upgrade and the money we've spent there and where we got that from.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. And we all know that there's some certain costs to doing church the way we do it, most especially in the unity space that we're in. And we have not had to spend money on any kind of infrastructure for quite some time.
Right.
And so this was something that was coming. Most all of our equipment is outdated, not supported. Chris and his team has done an awesome job keeping us just running. Putting Band-Aids on things and baling wire and wire ties and
some duct tape.
Yeah, some duct tape. That works pretty good for a little while. You know. But after a while, you're going to have to reinvest, and that's what we've done this year. And so July coming, we're spending around $40,000, and that's come out of our reserve. So when we look at our budget and we see that big number that's sitting in our savings, it's for things like this.
That's right.
The Lord's blessed Three Rivers over the years with having those reserves, and being able to do this is absolute blessing. And it's something that's going to last us the next 10 to 12 to 15 years, right?
That's right. So pretty much everything except the speakers are going to be replaced
Yeah.
with this upgrade. And possibly, Lord willing, in the next year or two, we'll be able to come back and do some work on speakers as well.
Yeah.
And so this is an upgrade. This is one of the benefits for us, for Unity, in having us there.
Yeah.
They get upgrade in their sound as well.
Yeah.
So it's one of the ways we bless Unity, and they bless us. It's a mutually beneficial relationship.
Yeah, and I want to say this because I think I know that I'm not the only person that it bugs, on Sunday morning, and the delay that we have in our microphones. We hear it, we know it's there, and we're trying everything that we can to get rid of that.
Right.
There's some dynamics there with the PA system in Unity that we're aware of. We're going to bring in some more deeper professionals to try to help us troubleshoot that and to understand how we can get rid of that. Some of this upgrade hopefully will help some. We'll have to see. It's very complicated, and we're dealing with the system that's not Three Rivers.
That's right.
It's Unity's.
That's right.
And so we only have a certain level of support that we can get there, so we provide our own. So,
yeah.
But we're going to get there. We thank you for the patience in that. And honestly, that's preaching to myself because I need to be patient in that because, man, it's like sends me to the moon when that thing happens. But
absolutely.
Yeah.
But we're working on it. And then the final piece in regard to budget is the Discipleship Training Center. We've sent you a couple of correspondences, one particular praying because of what's happening there.
Yeah.
The Lord is glorifying his name, and Gulzar is the Elijah of the day there as that second story of the Discipleship Training Center is being constructed. So give a little update on what we've spent and where that came from.
Yeah, no, that's good. We've taken, we had a what we call an escrow. It's really a reserve of a reserve. Money that we had put aside for a
Global Partner Retreat.
Thank you.
Yep.
Global Partner Retreat. I don't know why I just stumbled there. But we took that money. We're no longer doing our Global Partner Retreat, so we had that money sitting there.
Right.
And so we gave that money in that escrow account to the DTC. And then as well, their Global Engagement reached back out and raised more money to go directly to the DTC.
That's right.
So we're able to fully fund Gulzar to build the second level of the Discipleship Training Center. It was awesome thing.
Absolutely fantastic. Yeah. If you guys want specifics, like if you want like to the penny numbers, receipts and all that are in Indian rupees that we have to convert to US dollars, you're welcome to see all that. You can reach out to Chris and he's got all that and all that information. You can see exactly where that has gone and how it's been spent. And been a lot of hard work, but it's happening, coming together, and that's fantastic. Second thing we want to tell you about is this year we're going to be able to, because we really stepped out in faith and hired another full-time person, which we've wanted to do for a while, and it's been a challenge because you look at how we spend the resources the Lord gives us, and we've always tried to be faithful, and I think the fact that we have such huge reserves, and they're I mean, a lot of people would love to have the reserves we have. It's testimony to the faithfulness of the Lord and the fact that we've tried to be faithful with those resources. Yeah. And so hiring Chris, even though we had resources, we try not to lean on those. We want to use those for things that come up, right? And so the Lord's just met that need. And so, but what Chris has done is he's created margin in all of our lives and made things more robust. They're more detailed. And organized and created time. And time is valuable. And one of the things it's allowed us to do is something we want to do for a long time. We talk about church multiplication, church starting. I get to participate with GlocalNet in that in other places. But one of the things GlocalNet has wanted is for us to host our own church starting hub here in Rome, Georgia at Restoration Rome. And with the time that has alleviated for me, it's allowed us to start that. And so November 1st and 2nd, we'll host our first church multiplication training here, Restoration Rome, GlocalNet, Three River Church. And we already have people signed up from all over the world. We've got people from India and people from Grand Rapids, Michigan coming. Cool. And so we'll be training guys in KDSC and in all the processes of starting churches. And so that's absolutely phenomenal. That's going to be happening. Fun thing about that is it's already funded because we have the resources to do it. It's not super expensive, but it's already funded. And Chris and I are actually, because of the generosity of one of our members, donated another fun firearm that we're going to raffle off and put that toward the church starting center. And maybe somebody in our church will actually win it this year. It's like we've raffled it in the past 2 times. It's been somebody outside our church that's won.
It could be an out function.
It could be an out function. That's right. Each raffle ticket comes with a gospel presentation. but that's going to happen November 1st and 2nd. And a lot of our members are going to be, a lot of our folks are going to be participating in that. We already got guys signed up to come and help. It's going to be cool. Yeah. So be looking for that. We're going to be talking about it. It's not a lot for you to do except to know that what you're doing already is producing more fruit in that we now get to invest in church planters who are coming to us to learn from us on how to go do this all around the world. That's pretty cool. And then final thing, we have a local engagement ministry director.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a big deal. We put that out.
Blessing.
It is a blessing. And we had a couple people reach out. And so rather than talk to them separately, we just brought them in and talked to them together and assess gifts. And so what we found was the Lord's putting a team together there. And so our ministry director is going to be Abraham Zavala, and our ministry leader is going to be Kelda Williams. And so that comes with Abraham and Caitlin and Tuffy and Kelda. And so you got a husband and wife team fulfilling both of those roles, and their skill sets match up very nicely. And so you'll be hearing more from them and about them as a local engagement, things begin to happen, and as they take our vision and our mission and the 4 key shifts of KDSC and begin to put them into practice in local engagement. We want to be so much more than writing checks to other people doing ministry. We want to figure out how to train, equip, educate Three Rivers people to release them to their domains.
Yeah, and I love that too, the way the Lord put that team together. You have 2 different phases of life too.
Yes.
So even within the local partnership or local engagement, we're having discipleship that's going to happen right there within that own team.
100%.
Awesome.
And one of the things I love about that dynamic is we've met with them a couple of times. Each of those couples are actively engaging their domains vocationally and doing work in the community. That's just huge. And it's a great model, the life they're living, but the skill set they bring to the table to help us think about how to do that. So those are the things we wanted to update you with here at the 6-month mark. And January 2025 on C Sunday, Church Sunday, we'll also be giving an update of what the rest of the year played out and how it played out and where we're going in 2025. Appreciate you guys. Continue to do what you're doing. We're grateful for you. You are Three Rivers Church, and we're glad to be running this race with you. Y'all have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Out.
See you. Bye.